Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk this morning on this Tuesday. Check that out, 28 degrees here in Fargo right now. That's looking good. But we do have a first alert weather day on the horizon. However, we do have these warmer temperatures to enjoy for at least a little bit. One more time, thank you so much for joining us here on our Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off talking about just that, what is going on outside. So I'm going to get my screen ready to share with you here momentarily. All right, here we go. I'm over here on the Valley News Live website. All I did was navigate on over to the weather tab right here. You just got to click there. You can see, again, 28 degrees here in Fargo, looking fair. We're going to hop all the way up to 42. That's going to happen around that noon lunch hour there. Partly cloudy and windy. So we do have the wind to deal with, but we do have those warmer temperatures, which is great. Tomorrow, we're looking at warmer temperatures again. More clouds than sun, though. Clicking here on our 11-day planner, you can see, again, today's high, 42. Tomorrow's high, 37. That's awesome. Nice warmer temperatures, but we got that wind to deal with, of course, in true North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota fashion. Over on Thursday, we're looking at a high of 7. Ouch. That's going to come with snow. That's that first alert weather day we're talking about. So we continue on through the week into the weekend. Friday, we're looking at 20 for a high, low of negative 12. Saturday, 5. Sunday, 13. Monday, 21. And then check that out, Christmas in our 11-day planner, we're looking at 25 for a high, a low of 12, partly cloudy there, so that's not looking too bad at all. You'll for sure be able to make it, hopefully, I don't want to say for sure, I'm sorry about that. You will hopefully be able to make it to your holiday destinations with that those conditions that we're looking at ahead to for Christmas. And you can find all of this over on our website again, valleynewslive.com. All you got to do, again, valleynewslive.com. You can /weather/ or you can just click the weather tab. Another way you can get your hands on all of this information is by using our VNN weather app, where you can get those forecasts right at your fingertips. Our First Alert Storm team works very hard to keep you updated in the know with everything that's going on outside. So if you download this, you'll be able to get those updates as soon as we get them to come in. You don't have to wait for a newscast. You don't have to wait for a Valley News Now update. You can get those forecasts right at your fingertips. They can follow you no matter where you go. All right, I want to move on to our news portion of this segment. A deadly trend in Cass County. Drug-related deaths have already surpassed last year's total, with just weeks still left in 2025. Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer spoke with law enforcement about what's behind the increase in this VNL investigation. Let's check it out.
For a possible overdose.
The calls keep coming. Cass County has seen 62 drug-related deaths this year. That's already more than the 51 in all of 2024.
Seems like availability is a lot higher.
West Fargo Police has answered 10 overdose calls this year. 3 have been fatal. That's up from the 8 calls and 1 death last year.
Over the past several years, it's been a switch from meth to opioids like fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Police say it's behind the spike, specifically a shift from pills to powder.
What's leading to more overdoses this year is primarily a shift from the pill form of fentanyl, and you might hear those referred to as blues or M30 pills, to a powder product.
Fargo Police has responded to 142 overdose calls with just a couple weeks left to go in 2025. 27 have been fatal. Drug-related deaths had been dropping in Cass County, 69 in 2022, 57 in 2023, then 51 last year. Police say tracking the drug source is a major challenge.
Typically, they're very hard to investigate, and the people who overdose on the drug are not often willing to discuss where they got the drug from.
Officials say it's only getting worse.
It seems to continue to grow. So as our population grows, more and more drugs come in. Seems like we're dealing with it more and more. Doesn't really have any sign of slowing down.
If somebody is watching this interview and considering the use of not only fentanyl but any drug, let's think twice about that before we decide to do so.
In Cass County, Ethan Kramer, Valley News Live.
So we did also receive data from Moorhead Police Department, who say they responded to 44 overdose calls last year. 5 of those were fatal. This year, they've already answered 58 calls with 5 deaths. And we also want to touch on how close this story is hitting to home for many right here in the Red River Valley. I'm going to show you this video here, okay? 1,500 fentanyl pills that were brought into a Moorhead Middle School by a student just last week. We broke that story for you right here on Valley News Live, with some parents even saying they found out about it from our reporting, not the school district themselves. Moorhead Public Schools have now declined a 4th interview with us addressing school safety. You can, of course, find our previous coverage of that over on our website, valleynewslive.com. The former owner of the Lutzen Lodge, accused of burning it down, is now in a jail. Bryce Campbell made his first court appearance yesterday in Cook County. He's charged with arson and insurance fraud related to the February 2024 fire. Campbell's out on $100,000 bail with several conditions. These include not leaving Minnesota without permission, no firearms, and monthly reporting to a probation officer. Campbell's set to appear in court again. That's going to be in early March. 13 cars were towed Sunday night while the city continues to clear snow from the downtown Fargo area. Public Works says that's the total for the entire year so far. These snow removal efforts continue this week. Starting at 2 a.m. today, they started back up. Vehicles in the north and south streets will be impounded if not moved. Downtown's east and west avenues, those are going to be legal to park on during that time. City does recommend parking in ramps, which is free after 5 p.m. A Grand Forks family says a DoorDash driver was caught on camera stealing their pizza after pretending to drop it off. Yeah, take a look at this. So the driver's seen walking up to their door and snapping a picture of the so-called confirmed drop-off. Seconds later, he's seen walking out with the food. Family says they never got their pizza and contacted DoorDash. They have yet to get a refund on that. And we have good news for drivers this holiday season. Gas prices in North Dakota have dropped below $3 a gallon for the very first time since before 2021. AAA reports North Dakota's current average is $2.64. That is well below the national average of $2.90. Barnes and Cass counties have the lowest prices in the state right now, averaging less than $2.40 a gallon. Your cheapest option right now in Fargo, Sam's Club, they're sitting at $2.11. The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train is coming to spread some holiday cheer in our region. That is starting up today. So the train's going to make a stop in Detroit Lakes this afternoon. That'll be at 2:45 at the Home Street Railroad crossing. I've got the schedule pulled up for you here. The train will also make stops in Mahnomen, Plummer, and Thief River Falls today. Tomorrow it's heading on over to Elbow Lake. Then it'll travel to Hankinson and Enderlin. This is the 27th year that the decorated train will feature holiday lights and music throughout the country. And I want to show you this quickly here. Take a look at your screen. This is a white pheasant. So, a Minot hunter bagged a very rare trophy. This is 37-year-old Eric Henke. He shot a rare white pheasant south of Minot on December 7th. Henke says he first saw the bird in his yard at his family farm years ago. He and his group flushed the bird during a recent hunt, and Henke was able to shoot it. The bird is now at Dakota Taxidermy in Bismarck to be mounted. Henke noted the pheasant's tail is about 22.5 inches long. Check that out. Pretty cool. Well, that's about all I got for you here on this Tuesday morning. Remember, you can find this streaming on weekdays around that 7:30 time frame over on YouTube, Facebook, or live stream as well. And remember, as we continue to take on this winter weather, great idea to download that VNN weather app to have those forecasts right at your fingertips. And any story that you see on here as well, that you see in our website, that you see over on our Facebook page, that you see in our shows, you can also find that over on the VNN News app. A great tool to have. We're able to send you push notifications throughout the day when there's a story that we feel that you should know about immediately. Remember, that's free in the App Store, easy to use. That's about all I got for you here on this Tuesday. Again, I will see you back here tomorrow on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day.